Hi, this is Brent from Studio One Expert, and in this second video of this free 4-part series, we're going to be taking a look at the Abbey Road Saturator. I'm using the Abbey Road Saturator on this third track here, which is more of a toms track. So in the last video, we looked at how we could use the CLA mix hub on these two tracks, which I'll just give you a recap of now. And this final drum track here is more of a movement sort of part to create more of a driving motion in the track. So let's have a listen to without the plugins versus with all of the plugins enabled. So we have got some of the Abbey Road Saturator here, F6, which we'll look at in the following video, and some CLA 2A, just doing a little bit of light compression so you can have a look at what that's doing. I quite like it on this track because I didn't want them to be super transient and hard, so I just thought this was quite nice at smoothing out the overall levels. So the Abbey Road Saturator, the reason I love this is it's bringing a lot of the grit, and it's actually helping the track sit better in the mix, because otherwise it's a little bit lost. It just blends into the rest of the drum sound and you barely even notice it. So on the left here, we can have a look at the pre-EQ, which I'm boosting a little bit here, but the main thing that's helping this track come out is actually the saturator and the compander. So the compander's giving it that top end sheen, and I've blended it into taste here. And if we listen to what that's doing, so this compander here, if I dial this back, we lose quite a bit of that top end sheen, and that also has a little bit more saturation on it. It's soft clipping at a higher ratio, whereas if you had it at a lower frequency, it would be harder clipping. So let's hear what this is doing if I dial back the ratio. And increase the blend. You can hear more of the air around it there when you increase the blend. But the reason I don't want the blend super high is because I'm actually pushing the gain quite a bit here. So if we have a look at the saturator side here, I've got it up at about 55, and I'm just backing off the mix again. And I've also left the post EQ here because I don't want it to be conflicting with some of the other high information like the vocals and the guitars. So let's hear it again. I think the best thing about the saturator is, even just on this TG EMI modeled unit, you can take it from quite a subtle saturation to seriously distorted, as we can hear. I mean, you could use that for some really modern sound design on some sort of like modern trappy sort of music. It would sound really interesting, fantastic sound design capabilities. But in this epic track, I'm sort of going for a little bit of saturation to help it cut through. So let's hear this now with the tracks from before and see how it performs. If I back off the gain, increase the gain. And I've backed off the output here as well because I'm driving the input. Now, the only thing that I'd like to point out is I am boosting a little bit of this pre-EQ, and this happens before we go into these saturators and companders. And then if you want, you can bring back some of the EQ that you might have lost on the gain side of the saturator. So I could boost a little bit more top end, but I don't want to because I'm already getting a lot of harmonic content from the gain and saturation plugin here. So that is the Waves Abbey Road Saturator, and I think this could be a really good tool to be used just really subtly or used quite aggressively. So I hope that you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next video.